All right, guys. So today we are going to dive into the SCADA Ministerial Quiz, which is specific for those of you who are preparing to write the exam. So please, I will encourage you to watch it till the end to know how many you are going to get at the end of the quiz. Okay? So let's proceed. The number one is said, in presenza del segnale raffigurato è vietato il sorpasso su tratto in salita se la strada è a doppio senso di circolazione con due sole corsia. Oh yes, it is. The number one is vero, not falso. Okay? Because he said, in the presence of the sign shown you are seeing here, which is the dorso artificiale, panel you are seeing here, overtaking is prohibited on uphill stretches if the road is a two-way traffic road with only two lanes. Oh, yes, it is. I repeat, in the presence of the sign you are seeing here, which is the panel dorsal, overtaking on this road is prohibited on uphill stretches, which is salita, if the road is a two-way traffic road with only two lanes. So the number one is vero, not falso. Okay, so let's move to number two. The number two is said, la barriera raffigurata si trova nel caselli autostradali per delimitare le corsie. The number two is falso, not vero, okay? Because he said the barrier picture you are seeing here is located at motorway toll booth to delimit the lanes on the road. No, it is falso, okay? Because the barrier shown you are seeing here only indicates an area occupied by a road construction site. I repeat, la barriera raffigurata segnala un'area occupata da un cantiere stradale. So the number two is falso, not vero. Okay? So let's move to number three. The number three is said, il limite massimo di velocità per un autoveicolo fino a 3,5 tonnellate sulle strade extraurbane principali è di 80 km orario. The number three is falso, not vero. Okay? Because he said the maximum speed limit for a motor vehicle up to 3.5 tons on main extra urban road is 80 kilometers per hour. No, it is falso. Okay? Because the maximum speed limit for cars on main extra urban road, which is sulle strade extraurbane principali, is 110 kilometers per hour, not 80 kilometers per hour. So the number three is falso, not vero. Okay? I repeat, il limite massimo di velocità per un autoveicolo fino a 3,5 tonnellate sulle strade extraurbane principali è di 80 km orari. No, it is falso, not vero, okay? Because the maximum speed limit for a car on main extra urban road is ordinarily 110 kilometers per hour. So the number three is falso, not vero. Okay, so let's move to number four. Like as I said, if you can learn in this manner, then I guarantee you the exam will be yours. The number four is said, lo stato di shock si manifesta con presenza di brividi, pelle molto pallida e sudorazione fredda alla fronte. Oh, yes, it is. The number four is vero, not falso. I repeat, lo stato di shock si manifesta con presenza di brividi, pelle molto pallida e sudorazione fredda alla fronte. Oh, yes, it is. Meaning the state of shock manifests itself with the presence of chill, very pale skin, and cold sweat on the forehead. Oh, yes, it is. When someone is in shock, a serious, let's say a serious medical condition where the body is not getting, what's it called? When the body is not getting enough blood or oxygen, they may show the sign where their uh, their forehead will be sweating while their skin will be cold. So it indicates that they are in state of shock. So the state of shock manifests itself with the presence of chill, very pale skin, and cold sweat on the forehead. So the number four is vero, not falso. Okay? So let's move to number five. The number five is said, il conducente che non indossa il casco è soggetto alla decutazione di punti dalla patente di guida. Oh, yes, it is. The number five is vero, not falso. Because if you pay attention to the question, it said, drivers who do not wear a helmet are subject to the point being deducted from their driving license. Oh, yes, it is. Okay? Like you all know, helmets are mandatory for drivers of two-wheel moped. I repeat, helmets are mandatory for drivers of two-wheel moped. Il casco è obbligatorio per il conducente di ciclomotore a due ruote. So the number five is vero, not falso. If you are being caught riding a motorcycle or a ciclomotore without putting on an helmet, then a point will be deducted from your driving license. So the number five is vero, not falso. Okay? So let's move to number six. The number six, he said, è vietato scaricare nella fognatura il liquido antigelo del circuito di raffreddamento del veicolo, poiché potrebbe no essere biodegradabile. Oh, yes, it is. The number six is vero, not falso. Okay? Because if you pay attention to the question, it said it is forbidden to discharge the antifreeze uh, liquid from the vehicle's cooling circuit into the sewer system, and it may not be biodegradable. Oh, yes, it is. Okay? Meaning you must not pour the antifreeze, which is the coolant, from your vehicle into the drain or what's it called into the drain or the sewer because it does not break down naturally into the environment. It will pollute the water system under drainage, which will be harmful to plant and animals and as well in case if animals drinks from the drainage water. So this is one of the main reasons why you are not advised to pour the antifreeze coolant liquid into the drainage on the road. So the number six is vero, not falso. Okay, so let's move to number seven. The number seven is said, La striscia bianca continua di mezzo in figura consente l'inversione di marcia nella strada a doppio senso. No, it is falso, not vero. Because if you pay attention to the question said, the solid white line in the middle you are seeing here allows you to turn around on two-way street. No, it is falso, okay? The solid white line in the middle you are seeing here only divide the carriageway into two corsia. That is it, basta. Okay? The solid white line in the middle you are seeing here, like as I said, divide the roadway into two lanes, which is two corsia. So the number seven is falso, not vero. Okay? So let's move to number eight. The number eight is said, lo spazio di frenatura diminuisce se la ruota si bloccano. No, it is falso, not vero. Okay? Because if you pay attention to the question, it said, braking distance decreases if the wheel of your vehicles are locked. No, it is falso. Okay? Because if the wheel of your vehicles are locked, then the tires of your vehicle will start to slide instead of rolling, which now reduce the grip between the tires and the road. So the number eight is falso, not vero. Because if you pay attention to the question, it's telling you that lo spazio di frenatura diminuisce se la ruota si bloccano, meaning braking distance decreases if the wheel are locked. No, it is falso, okay? And not just that, braking distance increases if the grip between the tires and the asphalt is low. So the number eight is falso, not vero. Okay? So, like as I said, whatever you don't understand, please do not hesitate to let me know. So let's move to number nine. The number nine is said, La luce circolare gialla lampeggiante tipo A de figura può essere posta prima di un pontile di imbarco di navi traghetto. No, it is falso, not vero. Because if you pay attention to the question, it's telling you that the flashing yellow circular light, which is the type A, which is the generic danger light in the figure you are seeing, may be placed before a ferry boarding platform. No, it is falso. Okay? Because the flashing yellow circular light, which is the type A you are seeing here, is a generic danger signal. I repeat, the flashing yellow circular light, which is the type A you are seeing here, is a generic danger signal. So it is not placed before a ferry boarding platform because that is exactly what the question is telling you. So the number 9 is falso, not vero. Okay. So let's move to number 10. Like as I said, if you can learn in this manner, then I guarantee you there is no question that you cannot remember. So the number 10 is said, La fermata è vietata lungo il margine sinistro di una carreggiata a senso unico di circolazione. All right, so for those of you who is not part of the class, and also for those of you who think the answer is falso or vero, then please I will encourage you to leave us your comment on our comment section. Let's see who will get it right. And also, if you want to join the private class, you can call the phone number that you are seeing on the screen. I guarantee you, you will definitely pass the exam. And also, if you want to watch the full scheda ministeriale, not just these, but majority of them, and also if you don't want to go and write this exam for the second time, then please I will encourage you to join the private class. All right, so I look forward to see you on my next video. Ciao.